amongst all of the things going on in the COVID world and vehicle shortages and transportation shortages, we have a high-end auto shipper that we use for our high-end dealerships. Great guy, local company in the Boston area. One of the things that we were really luck out with him was if we bought a car in Pennsylvania, New York, or New Jersey, he had a 3-car hauler. And he could just go down and get it and I'd have it the next day. Where a lot of dealers are waiting, sometimes a week or 2 weeks for central dispatch to pick up their car, so on and so forth. Now, it's a different story if it's on the West Coast or in Florida, but sometimes he'd even, if it was worth it, he'd go all the way to Florida, get 3 cars and bring them back for us, for our stores in New York or Boston or wherever. So I get a text message from a friend with a picture of our auto shipper's truck, his 3-car trailer, and flames coming out the back. I get another picture from behind with a picture of a Ferrari 488 Pista Pelosi edition just in flames. And I text my transport. I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, why?" And I'm like, "Your truck's on fire." He's like, "Yeah, I'm dealing with it. I'll talk to you later." I said, "Okay." So he wasn't there. It was one of his guys that was driving the truck. He calls me the next day and says, "You're never going to believe this." So we went and we picked up 2 cars, a Bentley on the Cape, which is actually one of our clients' vehicles. And it was coming up to Boston for service. Ferrari was dealing with like a no start issue. So they get the car started, jump started, car kept dying, turning off, this, that, and the other thing. But put in the trailer and you drive off. They still don't know what the cause of the fire was. But one of the things with some of the 488s was if you fire a car up and leave it running for a little bit and you turn it right off, something happens with the catalytic converters. And so we think that maybe there was a mouse or like a nest or something that was close because those things stay pretty hot, right? And unfortunately, the car lit up on fire. And it not only did it lit that car on fire, it lit the Bentley in front of it on fire and the trailer on fire. And of course, they decoupled the trailer from the truck so that the truck didn't go up in flames as well. What ended up happening was the Ferrari owner's insurance ended up paying for the burnt Bentley. The insurance company for the transport company ended up paying for the trailer. But now I'm sure they'll probably go after the Ferrari. Yeah, I don't know how all the insurance companies are. They just go after each other to whoever found fault. But our client, who owned the Bentley, was made whole very, very quickly and ended up buying an Aston Martin DB11 to replace it. So when you're selling high-end pre-owned cars, as a few of our dealerships do, it's extremely important to get those cars to us as quickly as possible. And having a really great transport partner is the biggest piece to that. It's really easy to just be able to send a guy an email with a gate pass or send a guy an email with where the car is to pick it up. And within 48 hours, that car's getting picked up and it's on its way to you. There are companies out there like Central Dispatch, as well as UShip and some others, where you can go in there and you put out the bid and maybe you take the cheapest bid, so on and so forth, but it might take you 2 to 3 weeks to get the car. But, where timing is everything and condition is everything, if you purchase a car on September 1st, but you don't get that car until September 12th, you're now outside of that 10-day window from an auction where you can arbitrate. Maybe the tires weren't good. Maybe there was paintwork that wasn't described accurately. Maybe there was some issue on the inside of the car with the leather being something wrong. And if the auction didn't describe that accurately, you can ask for some type of consideration financially back for that. So the longer it takes for you to get that car, the harder it is. Now, COVID, again, has changed that whole thing. A lot of guys that were delivering cars are out of that business. Because when you take that many cars out of the marketplace, there's not that many cars to purchase. Now they're driving for Amazon or they're hauling freight or whatever. There are as many car shippers out there. So to have a guy or to have a company that you have in your pocket that can get things for you quickly is great. But it really, really, really hurt us having this trailer taken out of the rotation. And not only did it hurt us, I'm sure it hurt some of his other clients too, being able to get these cars in a swift manner. But it just kind of goes to show you, like, if you have some of these sports cars or exotic cars that might be in a garage and you haven't driven them all for a season or they're sitting in there, you probably should check for, a rat's nest or a bird's nest or whatever, because it could be up against your catalytic converter. It could be, in another really high heat area and it lights right up on fire. So just kind of a great reminder for people that you want to make sure that whether you have a garage or not, they're going to find a way in. We are definitely seeing a diminished quality level in truckers unless you want to pay. If you are trying to get the best deal, generally there's a language barrier, which is really tough. There's also a quality from the type of trailer it's getting put on. For example, we had a Mercy that was traded on a Ferrari GTC4 Lusso at one of our dealerships. And it just so happens to be the dealership that my office is at. So I, of course, see the Mercy getting loaded on this rickety looking trailer, and I'm saying to myself, that's not going to go well. And the guy just scraped the whole bumper going up the trailer because he didn't have the proper equipment. And there was a language barrier. So like we were trying to tell him like, hey, just wait, we'll get you some race ramps. Like just wait. And he just drove the car around, just scraped the whole front bumper. And we of course videotaped it. And I sent it to the dealer that purchased the car from us because it was a wholesale transaction. Hey, just so you know, you're going to have to have this bumper redone because it's all scraped up.
When you get a ticket, no matter where it happens, it's more important than ever to fight every one. And the perfect partner in that fight is the Ticket Clinic. When you get a ticket, you're facing costly insurance premium increases, points on your license, fines, risk of suspension, jail time, and they can help you avoid all of that. They've got offices in Florida and in California, but they can help you fight a ticket through their network of attorneys no matter where in the United States you get one. You can text a picture of your ticket to 305-305, or you can check them out now at the link in the description below. So thank them for their support of VINwiki, of CarTrek, and fight your ticket with the Ticket Clinic.